He's not online, by the way, just to let you know, because I didn't refresh his page and he blocked me. Um, Basically, how can, like, Dion, how can we start this off? This is just, like, from a while ago, you know, I got messages further back. I can't trade messages all the time if I enter on Instagram. His English is not perfect, by the way, because he's Brazilian. What do you mean are the things to make and publish to self? I have my problems, and sometimes these problems involve my friends. Macy, he says that though, so I need to talk to them to resolve them or help my friends solve their problems. And I just tell him, like, no, I'll go, take care, and he called my name. I promise with my friends, I need to solve with my friends. I have a guy that lives a lot of kilometers from me, which he's miles, and I don't have time. And basically, I don't know anyone who likes it because of our fetishes that I shared. And if I can actually scroll down, right? Actually, let me actually open up a new page, because this is like really complicated for me to share this. And this is his account, by the way. He's a really sweet boy, he is. But let me actually put this on pause very quick. Pardon me for that, because I kind of blanked out. But this actually dig through the D conversations, and you can see here that it is to say active of, you know, hours and minutes ago, because he technically blocked me. He says, I don't really want to speak to anyone, not because of the same fetish that we shared, right? And basically, he said he felt comfortable sharing Nauli videos, but now I don't want to speak. And then basically, blah blah blah. He wants to stay alone, which I understand, because I try to give him time, but I do see him being online on Instagram a lot, along with TikTok, and it just gets a little bit confusing of how he basically says that he doesn't want to talk to anyone. You know, he missed that, because I'm guessing he watches whatever he watches on Instagram. But it just kind of confuses me how he actually says that he has problems to deal with and doesn't want to, you know, feel comfortable with me just to chat with him, because he shares the same struggles of mental illnesses like I do, right? And this is where it actually gets difficult. This is just pieces of it. Okay, my Nauli does not indicate that I'm talking to someone. He posted the video and I just duplicate it. Basically, you know, like one of the people that he follows on his TikTok. I don't like that app, by the way. And I basically said, I'm so sorry, Wesley. I thought it was as I thought it would mean you're not anxious to show it to anyone, as I couldn't tell. And didn't mean that's how it works, since I don't use TikTok myself. And of course, I do want to talk to you. I feel really hurt you think I feel that way towards you. Broken heart emoji. And this is where it really starts to hurt when I read this. This is suffocating me. You keep chasing me on my social networks. Goodbye. A tip for you: stop chasing people on your social networks. This is weird and nobody likes it. And I said, I'm sorry, okay? I didn't know you felt this way. All I wanted is just a friend. That's why I was happy when you reached out to me. You don't want a friend. Friends don't chase or pressure you. And I do. I care about your mental health, which is why I asked if you're doing okay. I felt you didn't want to be a friend when you see my messages that ignore me by asking if you were doing okay. I just thought you didn't like talking to me because I can't do Nauli, which is basically something I'll be explaining shortly. And he said, you said I was not depressed or anxious. That was my mistake, because I could have told by his situation. You don't want to help. You just want others to be where you want the time you want. Which doesn't make sense to me, because he does get on here a little often, but he actually doesn't really like to interact with me. And I'm just feeling like he was avoiding me when I try to reach out to him. And that was my mistake, okay? I just thought you didn't like talking to me because I can't do Nauli. How many times I ask you how you make Nauli, blah blah blah. And that was my mistake. No, it's okay. Okay? When mistakes are made, only excuses do nothing better. You cannot erase the damages that you caused. So this actually made this short. This is a cute boy that I like, okay? He's 19, by the way. He lives all the way in Brazil somewhere. And he didn't at first wanted to tell me where he lived exactly. Like, he was kind of hiding something for me, because I want to get to know him as a friend. Like, there's something wrong knowing where someone's from. It's not like you're telling them exactly the street that they're from. I don't do that. But, you know, just for him to not tell me the country he's from or the language exactly. You know, he said he speaks Portuguese at first, but he also didn't tell me his name this whole time. And now I finally get to ask what his name was. and yet he says that I'll only want him for one thing, which I'm guessing he got a little bit confused. But as a person that has been told to go kill myself multiple times because of my fetish, for him now, it was quite the experience. And for him to say, which I'll be showing you shortly, let me just pull this up. My heart races when I talk to you because I have feelings for you, which is true, of course. But when he says you don't feel anything, your heart races because you like to see me belly roll, and that's why you get excited, that's part of it, okay? Because of how he wished up to me, and he literally wanted to, like, show off his belly rolling skills and basically making his stomach like a dick face, give or take, because we both share this same strange fetish, right? And that's why I like talking to him, but he doesn't understand that, oh, like, this is what Gail wants. He only wants to talk to a guy that can actually do, like, his belly roll fetish or something. That is not true at all. Like, I get happy when I see him online, but, you know, when he's always, like, you know, ignoring my messages, asking him if he's okay or hope he's sleep well, he just ignores it and he just says good morning. I mean, I understand English is not his first language. Just because someone doesn't speak your mother tongue language doesn't mean that you cannot build a heartful connection with them. That's just shallow. But for him to thinking that this is all I actually ever came here for, just to talk to him, it really hurts because of how much I like him a lot. And just to actually show you, like, an example, I know my fetish is weird, okay? I've been getting even death threats for my fetish because I explored it when I was young. So that's why he's called, I should have put it in the beginning. He's called Nauli Boy. I mean, I'll call him that in the title because he is a boy that I had a huge crush on Instagram that can do Nauli, and we basically struggle with the same mental health issues. But this is basically his TikTok, so to speak. This is what what his body actually looks like. I really like the way he does that. It's beautiful. It is, and I'm not denying it at all. And just to show this, he blocked me. I can't believe he did, because it says no content, and this is his main page. Because he did have 46, or he was following 46 people, but apparently when you see this, it just means someone either blocks you or, well, because he was following someone else, their account got banned, but he literally blocked me, and I felt really hurt that he didn't really care to reach out to me, even though my messages still come up, which is kind of interesting. So if I say hello, for example, right, see, it's red, which means basically he removed me, and I feel upset because I liked him a lot. I even made a video about him just because, well, I care a lot about him. He's attractive, and I kind of blame myself for this because of my, you know, strange fetish, because of how uncommon it is. He's like the only guy that basically I feel I can relate to. I apologize. It's hard because he didn't show any nudes, right? As much as I get bashed and, you know, basically threatened just to, like, send news to other men online, and they don't want to be friends with me. For him, he's different. He just likes to show his body, but not in a sexual way, in a artistic way, and that actually makes sense. And basically, this is what his Instagram is at Nauli, I think that's what it means, _ Korea, and wherever the heck it is that he actually typed in. I'm surprised that he actually blocked me. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. And I appreciate someone that said I'm proud of you because of me commenting on one of the music videos. I had to spam those and telling people that I'm not doing okay because of him just, you know, thinking that I just wanted to use him. It's just that I should explain it to him about my autism. He probably doesn't understand it. It's a little hard for me to actually express myself because the thing is that when it comes to having autism, our expressions, which differs from person to person, can be a little bit complex, right? And for some of us, we get really interested in certain things. Like for me, I'm interested in country flags, right? Or playing on my Nintendo Switch, playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate all the time. That's like my artistic side because I have a strong urge of being into that topic. Like for him, I was just interested that he likes to show off his belly dancing to me and during that. But for him to actually block me, it really hurts. I know it just seems silly, but this feeling alone and no one can relate to me, right? That's because of my fetish. It's like I'm cursed. Because I've been discovering about this fetish for years. And I remember even talking to a guy from Neverland that he even has a girlfriend. I remember seeing his Facebook. I've totally regret seeing his Facebook that because he's by the way. You know, he has a girlfriend, I'm sure, and well, this was years ago. I mean, I'm sure they're probably still together. I shouldn't think about it because he'll make me more upset. But he actually has a boy, I suppose, or a son, give or take. And his name was like Leon Clarenbeek, so to speak. I remember how he wanted me to show my body once on Skype, and you know, he didn't really care to build a deep connection with me. I think I don't remember exactly though. Like he wasn't that interested. But yet again, when I saw him dating a girl that, you know, he could do that type of skills, I was really jealous because he's really attractive and he used to be on YouTube and he did the same thing that, you know, basically Wesley did. And I felt really hurt. I did not meant for him to take in that, oh, I'm just trying to manipulate him. And I just going through a hard time and just seeing him being online all the time, you know, and saying, oh, I don't owe you any satisfaction. I meant that way. I just like talking to you. I feel happy when you send me a message. I get that endorphin in my brain because, you know, I like talking to you. But to the point that he not only blocked me on my Instagram and a spare account that I use, kind of like a dummy account, but also here on TikTok, which is why you see this vertical deal exclamation mark. It means he blocked me completely, which is why you'll get this message of this user's unable to receive your messages due to their privacy settings, which means he basically wanted to block me. I felt really hurt because, like, I liked you. I mean, I understand that, like, he doesn't want to chat with anyone that's long distance, but for him to reach out to me, it felt, like, amazing because, like, I was just sharing something that I was into on Instagram that many people probably wouldn't feel that way or call me a freak. And him to actually thinking, oh, I do this too, and I don't mind sharing it to you. I felt like I was in heaven because, you know, I have someone I can relate to, and that's okay sharing it with me. And also, just a little bit more about him. He is like my height, give or take. He's really short, right? Because I don't really find short guys attractive. Because I like to be turned over, I suppose. But for him, I don't care because he's like the only boy that I basically don't care about height, and for him to actually do something like this makes me like it even more because of how weird it is and how people aren't like really accepting of someone else's fetish, especially since I have an alien yoga fetish. I don't know the name of it. I'm just gonna call it like how, you know, someone would have a fetish for feet, right? Or a fetish for big butts, which is totally normal. I guess you can call it terrestrial philia. Terrestrial philia. Okay, I don't know. Basically, you have a fetish for something that's like an alien, or okay, this makes this up together. It'd be Alvin terrestrial philia. I have a fetish for boys that actually can make their stomach like an alien. It makes a heart race. That's one thing, but I like them even more as a person for that. I know that seems weird, but I want to explore that. Maybe because of all the rejection I have and finding out who I am and what I'm into, I just noticed like, Dion, this is like your fetish that you want to experience with another man in your life, and I'm not guilty of it. Okay, I don't care about sex. I find it disturbing. Like, okay, if you like nudes, more courage to you. But not every single boy out there like me likes to see nudes. I just want to see a boy just moving his stomach. That's it. You know, I mean, I don't mind if he shows like a little bit of a tease, but like nothing more than that. Like, no, I just wanted to see that, right? And I just felt really hurt that for someone like him, he would block me. And I've been going through a deep depression because I like him. I do. Wesley, if you're watching this, okay, if you're stumbled upon this, I do care for you. I apologize deeply that, that I get aroused when you do your Nauli, okay, because you like to share with me, and I felt happy. I felt honored. Like, you're like the sweetest guy I've ever met on there. I know this seems weird as hell, but honestly, for you to just, reach out to me and, like to talk, it means a lot. It means a lot. Okay, and if I could actually share this on my Instagram, right? I just feel hurt. He blocked me and everything. I really liked him. I do. Like, I don't care, for his height or where he's from. Like, I have I know he's lives far from me. Okay, in a different country. I don't give a Welsh spin that he lives in a different country. I just wanted to have a connection. It's so hard, especially since I struggle with social anxiety. I struggle with suicidal thoughts, PTSD, being 177 days, at least right now, clean of cutting my wrist. Because I am a self-harm survivor. I know that seems weird, but trust me, a lot of people like me that do self-harm, we tend to take our own lives because we just can't take it anymore. It's hard. And, I just feel appreciated. And you could definitely tell that his English is not that good, right? Like, his pups are so cut, which means cute, right? Because I did show a picture of me of my pups, I deleted it. But, he even apologized for his English. Like, I don't care, really. You're a sweet guy, honestly. And then for you to just to block me, it really hurts. And saying, like, there is some, heart, really, like, it's like he really bullied me of what he actually said to me. Like, I felt scared because, like, he was just laughing at me for this. And, I don't know. I guess you could say I felt intimidated when a guy can do Nauli, right? That's what it is. It's basically a yoga exercise if you do it with your stomach. That you actually inhale and then exhale and then make it out like a face. Because imagine, like, if he wants to tear over me and during that, it would make my heart race a lot. Plus, he even would send me emojis like this as well, right? I mean, I'm sure he didn't meant flirting, right? And yeah, so I gotta dig. I really gotta dig through the messages, but he even said thanks for the following. You can like all my videos, which is what he said about his TikTok, right? Because he asked me if I could actually follow him, and I don't mind. So, I dislike him a lot because, like, I guess I think about him, and I like him. I really do. I know he lives far and everything, but man, this really sucks. I don't live the same country as he does. If I did, he probably would have been more open, right? I kind of do blame, like, where I'm from because everyone is separated from me. Because I'm from Arizona. A lot of people don't even know about my state that much, right? And it's like if you're living in Greenland, people are not going to know much about your country, right? So I just wanted to share that. Let me actually put this on pause very quick so I could dig like deep down to when we first started chatting. And he basically have reached out to me when I did when I did film the video about a Chinese boy that I had a crush on, right? On a Chinese site that actually did the same thing that he did, but a little bit more extreme. And that's why he said that, he wanted to reach out to me. And also, he said, I'm also a little embarrassed when they compliment my belly as well, which is why I like him even more, because he wasn't used to getting compliments on his body. Like, he does have a six-pack. Do I care? No. He's kind of hot. I mean, very hot. Okay, I'm just being honest. Like, I like him a lot. Not just for his body, but, like, for his personality. And it's amazing how he even was sucking his stomach so far, he would, like, show his ribs. Especially he's not skinny. Like, I find it really intimidating. And I just like him a lot. I know I seem so psychotic for saying that. Honestly, I am. I'm just really guilty. But let me actually put us on pause. Oh, I do want to share one thing very quick. As I screw up, he says it's okay, it didn't bother me when I felt guilty that I interrupted his sleep or whatever. I was just sending some videos and images about memes to a friend. Speak your normal language. You speaking English helped me to improve my English. And I think that's why I also felt jealous, because he didn't really like to talk to me a lot. Like, I felt jealous. Like, he literally said that he had friends that he's not talking to anyone. Like, I'm not sure if he was being upfront about his feelings to me, and he only talked to me because of the fetish, which I was flattered, but that's why I want to get to know him. I felt like a little bit just that, like, Dion, he doesn't really like talking to you because he won't even send maybes to you, you know? I know this seems so stupid, right? I'm trying to scroll up. Uh-oh, I don't think it goes further than this. Oh, no, it still goes up. Crud. I know, we've been talking since, I think in, like, whenever I posted that video when he messaged me, because it's like, late May, right? We've been chatting with each other since, like, the beginning of April, so to speak. It's taking forever because I'm so poor right now. I can't even afford a decent MacBook. Okay, so I apologize for that deeply. I am. Let me take another minute. Actually, hold on. Let me just go down to the bottom. Okay, like this is where all the heartbreak and me just you know, having my nose running a lot from what the tears is coming from. Okay. This is what I usually said. Okay, I asked Wesley. Sorry about that, my brother actually stumbled upon the living room. But I just want to share another thing about him. He said, no need to be shy. He I like to show my belly to someone who likes to see, you know, hers moving or him. And I will send a new video soon. He was really that open-minded when we first started chatting. And basically, this was the time on the 6th of April in the morning. And, oh yeah, also I did forgot to mention, that is his Instagram as well. I'm sure he's probably going to, like, report me for this, but I'm not doing anything wrong because we're both kissing adults and we basically, you know, we're just chatting. So, I just am scared to actually share this, though. But let me actually, you know, scroll down further. Yeah, we chatted on and off. You know, he doesn't really talk that much, which I understand. So I was actually just trying to scroll about the part about how he don't want to say his name, but also he even was this kind. If I'm bored, he would just tell me I stop, okay? He was that sweet when I first chatted with him that he would say that. And he even, like, you know, like, gives consent to actually, you know, show his belly off. You know, it's not nude related. That is what's been going on. And he showed a lot of these, and that's what I love about him a lot. Like, I just am in love with him. I am. I know this seems sick, but, you know, it's just something that I've been feeling guilty for eons. Let me just find that if I can. See, like, he was sending me a lot. Sorry about that. He's, like, really that, well, when we first chatted, he was that opened. Oh, I'm so sorry. He also even can do this as well. Like, he can literally, my brother's in the background, he literally can do that when he's walking. It won't play though, but it was just so gorgeous the way he likes to share with me. Fortunately, I won't be able to share it though. But let me continue scrolling. Oh, one thing I actually have not noticed or basically forgotten as I still continue to scroll up. This is really, really long of how long we've been talking, right? He literally said that last year he actually broke up with his girlfriend and even taught her how to do Nauli as well. And basically both of them stay friends and have speak about personalities, and he even apologized for that. So now I keep moving my belly to you. That was really, really sweet that he wanted to share that with me. And he even said thanks for the support, and normally people don't care, which is why I like him a lot. And I can show you in call again. He literally did that as well. So I felt really, really hurt that we used to have this connection. You know, like, because he doesn't see, like, oh, like, dating, like, me. Of course, it's friends, right? But, like, in a very personal setting. Let me just scroll this up, and this is back in the 2nd of March. That's how long we chatted on and off. Okay, my mistake, but I just wanted to share this because I'm still scrolling. This is how he actually does his Nauli while standing. He looks really, really tall. You know, he's my height, which is crazy, though. But that's basically what he actually does, which made me really fall in love with him a lot. I apologize. My MacBook is not that great. Okay, I just want to share that very quick, and I'm just still scrolling. And this is how often that he would literally share this with me. And he said that he was born somewhere in South America, but he speaks Portuguese as a first language. So I just wanted to just to keep y'all in mind. And man, I miss him so much. Honestly, I know this is so creepy, but I didn't know we talked this long, since the 1st of March. Well, before that, believe it or not. So that's how open he was to share all this with me, literally. So, you know, I just wanted to share this because he would talk to me at night. He used to, but not anymore.
The stripes, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Right, blah, 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 you know.
All right. About to go?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I just followed a border and 20 up, by the way. Sorry about that. It literally took me like 15 minutes to scroll up to like the very, very first message he sent me, because that's how slow my MacBook is. But back to the you know, tears again. So he actually sent me the very first one, a video of his belly on Leap Day, which is this year. Oh, no, not Leap Day. My mistake. On the last day of February at 6:40 this morning, right? And he just literally wanted to message me, you know, that he just wanted to chat and, like, to show off his stomach and whatnot. I kind of blanked out on everything I was talking about because of how slow my MacBook is, right? It won't play, unfortunately. My MacBook is that bad, it cannot play videos. Let me just scroll down more, okay? So here's the video, and then he said hi, and then you like my belly, he actually asked, and I basically, because you never know, people can't lie about their age online. I asked him, are you at least 18? Because this can be seen as sexual, right? You know, it's not, because he's not showing anything nude related, but just to be on the safe side. And he says, yes, I'm 19 years old, no need to worry, because honestly, it does not do any harm, you know? Does to actually ask someone how old they are. It does more health than harm. Does to do that. So basically, that's what, you know, I said to him. If you basically cannot read it clearly, I have to ask for safety reasons when I talk to certain people, at least 18, when it comes to stuff like this. And then basically sending me another video of his belly as well. I could do without putting my hands on my legs. I mean, you know, it's hard to explain, like, how people do Nauli, of course, right? And these were the messages. I know I've been talking for almost a half hour, but I just want to show everything and not skim through it, right? And also, he said I'm from a South American country. I guess that's why he didn't feel comfortable telling me where he's from at first. Yet again, I had to ask for his name. After talking to him for, like, let's see, almost 3 months now, right? And basically, he even admitted himself here. If I can actually scroll this down even more, I really miss him, I do. I know it's crazy, I just like him a lot. I mean, I know he's probably thinking, oh, like, that's why Dan only likes me because of my body. Well, besides that, for him to be so open-minded and accepting just to, like, share his Nauli with me, like, his body, yes, not in a nude way. It's just, it's really amazing that he's this open-minded, and that's why I had a huge crush on him. Plus, technically, if guys just wanted to just ask for news, I'll block them, or they usually block me when I refuse. So, I just wanted to share that, and to the part where he actually even gives consent, because, I mean, we are both adults, right? The thing is that he gave me total consent, and I love that one that you can actually see his underwear. That makes my heart skip. Basically, he literally said here, yeah, I'm not kidding. This is how often he would share this with me. It's amazing. Like, that's how open-minded he was. Right? Uh-oh, I think I went blank. That's how bad my MacBook is. And I love this one. You can see his stomach being sucked in and his navel stretching like a black hole. Basically, this is how it started. When I share a video about this Chinese boy that I mentioned earlier. He basically asked, you can upload, or what's your opinion for my belly? You can upload one of my belly videos on your account, explain the fetish, or explain the yoga of movement. And so do it, please. I would love to see someone talk about my belly. Like, he literally is open-minded for me. Like, he literally asked as well, which is really sweet of him. So that's how I miss him a lot. Because, one, I tend to do get pleasure when I see him doing this. I'm being honest, because it does help my stress and my trauma, okay? Plus, I just feel I can develop a deeper connection with a boy that can do that. And these are basically the last messages I do want to share. I remember you asking me that, but was scared because no one ever told me that they were comfortable with me sharing something about them, about the Nauli thing. Sorry about that. I'm getting a little bit off on topic about the conversations, and I could share. Wait, he says, I want to ask, as I was scared in the past, but did you really like talking to me when you told me I could share videos about your belly? Which he did. I just want to make sure, right? And believe it or not, he said, bye. I don't want to speak anymore. And I said, Wesley, please. And he said, sorry. And I literally felt this way like I did earlier. I'm starting to cry. And he said, this is not my problem. I even made a video about you too and how sweet of a person you are. And friends show concern of others' emotions. And I understand he said I don't like to be pressured. I kind of felt pressure right now the way I was talking to him. Even though I did feel awful, I was being a little bit, pushy at first. And because we're struggling with the same mental health issues, when I didn't hear back from you in a week, I was really concerned about you because of how he said, oh, I'll talk to you in like 3 or 4 days or something. And I respected that. And he said, a tip for you, people come and go, which I get that. And you can't control it, which I get as well. Just accept it. There's no use chasing them because chasing them would I think he meant ruin from you even more. And I said, I know that, Wesley. I just really like talking to you a lot. And even would be inspired to learn your language, too, so you don't have to struggle speaking English with me. And you're interesting, okay? That's what I meant. And he said, it may be, but mental problems do not give you the right to persecute others. Yeah, I said something wrong because I thought he wasn't being honest about his mental health. That was my fault. And I said I didn't mean it. I just am saying that it's a relief to meet someone that can relate to my struggles. I've been talking about mental health all the time to encourage others to reach out to someone that lives with a mental illness. Talk about mental health doesn't encourage anyone. I don't understand why, because mental health, especially since it is Mental Health Awareness Month, like I mentioned, is really, really crucial. And yes, it does, Wesley. I met many people that doesn't know anything about it, and it was, well, what the part I'm coming from. And I said a moment ago, I don't want to talk anymore. I don't do things that I don't want. And it's kind of funny. He literally brings up that that's the country he's from. In Brazil, it's September for Mental Health Awareness Month. But again, though, from the U.S. So, Yellow September, which is interesting how he brought that up. This is to let you know. And that's why I didn't pressure you asking what city you're from. And he said, bye and sorry. And I said, Wesley, please, and thank you. That's what he said. Can you give me one more chance, please? And he just waved by and gave me a smiley emoji as though this is a joke. And I give you all the space you need as to feel happy alive talking to you. And can you give me one more chance? He said, no. And you make me cry, Wesley. He said, okay. I even shared the videos you sent me too. You told me you wanted me to, and I felt honored to. Cool. Wesley, you're not being a friend at all by not caring about that I'm crying for your friendship. And he said, yeah. Otherwise, I would have stopped talking to you, and I even had a dream of meeting and hugging you in person because I care about you. And I gave off the Brazilian colors, right? Hearts, based off his, flag. I guess, I don't know why he didn't say that he's from Brazil earlier. It's a little bit confusing. Okay? And you don't know who I am. I think he meant can't. Because, it'd be kind of funny if you said, you can't hug me, though. And I said, so what? Doesn't mean I can't build the courage to talk to you when you first messaged me. I even felt inspired to learn Portuguese because of you. And he said, I don't care. And Portuguese is much harder to learn than English. Yeah, I get that. It's kind of funny he's saying it because he's literally speaking English to me. Like, his English is pretty decent because a lot of Brazilians cannot speak English well. And no one isn't. I know a handful of Portuguese. I can even speak the Brazilian accent as well because I love Brazilians and always wanted to visit Brazil. I'm being serious, by the way. And no, it isn't. Wait. Okay, this is the part I really felt really heartbroken. The best joke of the year. I know a handful of Portuguese. He didn't believe that I cannot speak Portuguese. você é pouco português, mas meu português é muito lindo. Sério. Yeah, see, I may not know that much Portuguese, but I can still understand it and having the accent for it. And I said, Wesley, if you think I'm joking, do you want to hear me speak Portuguese? No, I don't want to. You're being so mean, Wesley, as all I'm trying to do is be kind to you, and you're laughing at me when I'm being honest about my feelings. And he said, okay, bye. I just want to ask you something apart, Wesley. If you think I only care about you for doing Nauli, why do you only post Nauli videos on TikTok? And he said, because I want to. I understand that, but that's why I want to be open to you, not pressure you. I'm in support for you for being so open about it. Owe you no satisfaction, and my Nauli is not exclusively yours. I didn't say it's mine. He's the one that likes to share so many videos. Well, especially videos of him doing it, of course. And I didn't say that, Wesley. I'm just confused because you wanted to share your Nauli with me. And he said, bye. And basically, I said I have emotional feelings for you. I admitted that I, felt something for him. That's why I do this, because I only talk to you on Instagram. And a true friend will ask their friend if they're doing okay, willing to sacrifice their time for them. And he said, I never consider you to be a true friend, so don't come with this bullshit on me. And literally, he said one more joke, ha ha ha, like he was laughing about this when I said that's why I do this, because I only touch you on Instagram. I may have chat with other people, but they're not on here, one thing, and I don't really chat with anyone else because I don't like to go on Instagram as it is, because I only get on here because I like to chat with him. And I said, man, ask why, Wesley, I'm not joking. And I literally said I have emotional feelings for you. I'm thinking it just copies that. I don't know why it shows up like that. And he says, I don't care. And that's why I want to support you and getting to know you. And he said that the want support, yet he struggles with anxiety and depression himself. And I said, I understand, I really do. And I typed all of this in. Basically, what made you start to talk to me when we first chatted. And if I didn't like talking to you, I would have blocked you from the start. And that's how it ends. He said, bye. So, I really want to cry badly. I can't believe I've been talking for 37 minutes. Just for a guy I have never ever met. I love him, I do. Like, as a friend. And heck, I mean, he's attractive. I'm not going to just reject that feeling. And plus, I even asked if he's actually at least 18 years of age, because I know how have been a victim of a couple of teens like a year or two under that age that would manipulate me just to get pleasure themselves. It's really sick. Like, basically underage teens can be predators for doing that. It's not right. Like, you cannot be lying to an adult by your age just because they something from them or sending nudes and blaming them for it. It's disgusting. I just wanted to share this because, like, I chatted with Wesley, a 19-year-old boy from Brazil, I'm sure, that I've never ever seen, like his face or whatnot, know what his body looks like. Not the nude way, of course. For him to actually reaching out to me, that's just really sweet. And, I feel hurt. I mean, I'm trying to move on. Like, I even lost sleep when I basically have thought of him because I like him a lot. I mean, I even, just share this, okay? I should have done this up from the get-go, but, pun intended for an insect. I had a dream of him, like, this belly dancing in public, like what he's doing, and probably in front of a couple other girls, because I'm just, like, he probably likes girls more than boys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being bi. It's just that, I thought I'd probably been, like, the emotion I got from him, and he was just, like, showing off, and I felt so jealous, because, like, he's really attractive, he's really cute. I mean, that's the same thing. He's really attractive, he has a kind-hearted personality, and he just sees me as trash, And I guess in the dreams tells me that, like, Dion, you like Wesley, you really do. Like, if I could be honest, if I could date him, I would. Okay, I felt really jealous that he even had a girlfriend. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, right? But maybe towards the girl side, because, man, like, a girl dated him that can do that. But then I really like his personality as well, Because he reached out to me, if you've seen earlier of all the
videos that he sent me. That's why I liked him a lot, because he's so open-minded. And yet he's saying that I'm pressuring him. Like, I didn't meant to. It's just that, like, this cute boy just wants to chat with me. He likes to share his body with me. Not nude-wise, but, like, in an emotional or spiritual sense. And I felt like, like, why not just get to know him? Even if you may just only be friends. You know? I think that's why I just feel upset. So, I feel really upset. I do. I'm so sorry. I know this seems weird that I'm getting attracted for a guy that could just move his belly, but I've been having this feeling for years, and it's just an amazing, amazing feeling that someone can have, you know? And for me, just getting told, oh, you should just go kill yourself. Your fetish is disgusting. And no one would ever do that for you, you sick fuck, or whatever. And I'm not the type of person that likes to see nudes. I don't. Like, okay, even if I give consent, I'll still feel a bit awkward, because, like, I don't want to bother seeing it. I'll get curious once in a while, but, like, why are you sending nudes to me, you know? And also, this to share something, right? If you are in incognito mode, so to speak, like, you're like an anonymous, you know, mode, just to, like, look up sites that, well, that you can't, like, if you want to look up someone's social media, that they blocked you, right? That's a good thing. If I don't want to look this up, for example, oh, I gotta log in. Fuck. My bad. Sorry about that. I didn't meant to, share that. But the thing is, basically, let's just say, okay, I'm using the incognito mode and my heart is racing really fast. You can tell that I can still see his videos, right? Because I'm not using the actual search engine. This is like the anonymous search engine. I can't explain. If you know what incognito is, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But basically, this is show you his page, okay? This is what he actually shares. So he did share that 2 days ago. He even shared it with a guy on here as well, which I'm really envious of, because he did told me that, and I think his account got banned, by the way, that he would share his Nauli, like a video of him doing Nauli with me. It's called Nauli Korea. That's where he got the name from, right? Because that's what he likes to do, or show off. But the thing is that he actually was showing with someone instead of me, of course. So, you know, this is what he does on his page, right? Like, he does it a lot. And I totally respect that. I do. I just felt really hurt because, man, I'll be having that in my mind that, oh my goodness, like, this is how I'm going to feel about this boy named Wesley. I like him a lot. I mean, it's so unique. I feel so, you know, I try not to feel guilty, but, like, Dion, like, maybe it is too much. But it's not hurting anyone. You know, I just want to share that because, like, if I want to look up, you know, his page, seeing this, you know, like, one in front of me, right? I mean, not incognito mode. My mistake, sorry. If I just want to see his page, right? This, basically, not only seeing him that he blocked me completely to the point I cannot send him messages anymore, but also this, right? Because this is still his page, right? The thing is that basically it would just say no content, which means he blocked me. And I even showed a video of how I felt too. So I know it seems like a little bit obsessive. It's just like if you try to work for a relationship with someone, right? But this is like the friendship way. Okay? It hurts so much because you chat with this person for a long time. Like, I've been chatting with him since the end of February. And I did have feelings for him. I just admitted in the last second that, Dion, you basically have a crush on him. You do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, for him to actually just block me like this because he thinks I'm pressuring him, which I didn't meant to, it really hurts. So, you know, I feel awful that Dion, I think I should click up his page. I just felt really awful. I do. And I'm probably going to lose a lot of sleep over this. I know I shouldn't because I don't know who he is, like, personally, but I chatted with him for so long. It's like I did have, like, a connection with him. If it's like a day, then that's nothing. But, like, literally, like, a season long, you know? And him just being so open-minded and being so kind to me, like, I can feel that. I apologize. I sound really ridiculous and desperate. It's just that you know, for someone to actually is open-minded with my Nauli Korea fetish, right? I know it's weird. I mean, that's why I like a lot of Indian men, because that's part of their culture over there, because it's supposed to be good for your health. I think that's why I find it really attractive, because you're taking care of yourself, right? And plus, well, it seems really masculine when a man does that. You know, I just basically haven't feel like I was accepted anywhere, and getting pushed aside, and you know, being told like, "Oh, Dion, you're such a fucking creep. You should just go kill yourself." Haha. And it really, really does hurt. So, you know, I deeply apologize that this is like the longest video I ever made on YouTube, on any, well, yeah, basically any video that I created, because I had so much feelings for Wesley. I mean, he's really sweet. I'm just a little bit, you know, I was a little bit hurt that he wouldn't open himself up to me or even tell me his name. Yet again, I had to ask for it, right? Even though, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just that, you know, I like him a lot, and for him to actually block me, I mean, it just hurts. Like, I would even think about making a fan-made page of him that does this, right? Because he even gave me permission, if you basically have noticed in the chats that we had, right? I mean, I can still do it even without his permission, but, you know, I just want to just share this because of how much I feel for him. And it felt like I was stabbed. Wesley, I just want to say, I didn't meant, if you ever have someone upon this video, I did not meant any harm to you. You're like the most beautiful boy I've ever met. Like, it's crazy because I literally would never feel this way for any boy out there. And this, you're going to be in my mind for quite a long time. Honestly, I know you think, oh, stop stalking people because you're creepy and, you know, this is weird, I'm out. If you out basically see that message that he said that, I didn't meant to. Because the thing is that he was always active. And I thought if he's active, he would be talking to someone else. And then I thought he liked talking to me. So, you know, that's why I wanted to get this off my chest so that I could just try to help my mental health, give or take. So, basically, just for him just to laugh at me, saying that I'm a joke because of how I find him an inspiration just to learn Portuguese, just because of doing like a skill that I'm a